in our midst tonight, Father. Do what you need to do, Father, in your house. We give you total control of this place, Father. Right now, in the mighty name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Go to Psalms chapter 19. Psalms chapter 19. You all must understand that we must serve God in spirit and in truth. So, being that we must serve Him in spirit, we have to understand that God cannot talk to our natural body. God even can't heal our natural body unless He's able to speak to our spiritual man, because we have to understand that we have to work ourselves to be better from the in, and it becomes to show out. I always understand that when God talks to us, the only way He can really speak to us is by speaking to our soul, speaking to our spirit, making sure that our body lines up with what our spirit man wants to do. And also understanding that whatever He do, we have to have faith spiritually that He can do it. A lot of times we sit here and we don't understand that God has to speak to our spirit. So whenever our spirit is not in the right order, whenever our spirit is not in the right manner that it needs to be in, that's why it falls on a fallow ground. This is why it can't soak into us. This is why we can't receive what we need to receive, because our hearts and our spirit is not in the right standing to receive the good news, the healing, the things that we need. Is spiritual. We have to have faith that we in the right standing spiritually so that we can get what God is saying, because this Bible does not speak to the natural. This is why we can't receive revelations. This is why we can't get things worked out. This is why sometimes we in a rut, because our spirit man is not in the right area, is not in the right mode. We must always try our best to get our spirit man right so that our natural body will follow. If you have your spiritual man say, go, you will go. The Bible said the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So this is why we have to die daily. This is why we have to understand how to serve God, because a lot of times we do it with motion. We do it with natural motion. We do it in clapping our hands. But I want us to understand that once you spiritually get in the mode of praise, or you spiritually get in the mode of worship, it'll mean so much more to you, because your natural body will get taken over by the Spirit, and you begin to do things that you usually wouldn't do. This is how tongues happen. This is how shouting happens. This is how healing happens. It's through your natural body lining up with your spiritual man and what it wants to do. Because you have to be led by the Spirit in everything that you do. Once you get your natural body out the way, God can really do some things. He can really speak to your spirit once you get your spirit right. So this is the introduction, because I want us to understand that for us to have faith in what he has made, for us to have faith in what He has built and what He made you, He made me, we have to realize that to really realize where we can go in life. Because nobody can stop us naturally if our spirit man saying we can't get stopped. We gotta be so caught up in what our spiritual man can do that we can understand that any fleshly being can't do anything to me, because my spirit is in a mode of winning. My spirit is in a mode of praise. My spirit is in a mode of I can't be beat. So you get to a point in life where you will not get beat because your spirit man keeps driving you for success. You won't take down because your spirit man keeps picking you up. You won't take down to sickness because your spirit man keeps healing you. This is what we have to get to. You have to get into a mode of your spiritual man taking over. And the only way that you can do that is you drive all the fleshly fully. So let's go to the first verse, but understand this is all the creation of God and how He created all of us. He created heaven, He created earth, He created us, He created everything that's in this world was created by God. I always tell you that it's not God that makes stuff bad, it's our flesh that does. We take things in the way we live. We take things in the way we respond. We take things in the way in our mannerism when we begin to be fleshly. You wonder why you're doing bad. You wonder why things ain't going your way because your flesh has taken over. And God is saying, if you get your spirit right, I'll get your life right. The first verse says, the heavens declare the glory of God. And the firmament, which is the sky and the heavens, showeth His handiwork. So basically God is telling you that if I can create heaven and earth, I can create the sky, I can make it rain, I can make the sun go out, I can make natural disasters happen. I can do all these things. Why can't I fix your life? It's not that I can't do it. It's not that. It's that you're not allowing me to do it because the sun comes out because the S-O-N tell it to. It rains because God lets it rain. Things happen because God allows it to happen. But then He said, you do something. He could make you do it. You say yes. You feel more anointing when you say yes. You feel more breakthroughs once you say yes. Because He made us in the form of Him. So He gave us dominion over all this different stuff. You really don't think if you really had to do something, you say, oh, I wish it don't rain. I just prayed on Jesus, hold off the rain. And then you're able to do your business, and when you get finished, the rain fall down. People really don't believe that. No, you cannot not have faith in your abilities. You're in the spiritual realm of where you're supposed to be. I want to teach y'all through Christ that you have dominion over stuff that you don't even think you do. Why do you think we haven't received bad hurricanes here? Haven't received bad hurricanes here? Somebody praying. It takes us as individuals coming together say, God keep us, and He keeps us. In the Bible He even said, if you find one, He'll spare. So it was up to us. It's up to you sometimes for things to get spared. You don't even understand how much power you have. God said, I want some folks to understand how much power they have through me. The problem is we have so much power in the natural that we don't understand that you have to be more powerful if you broke yourself down and became spiritual. Because God doesn't speak to the natural. He speaks to your spirit man to be who you really supposed to be, because you must serve Him in spirit and in truth. Verse 2 says, day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. So He said, I'm speaking to you every time the wind blows and it ain't no fan on. I speak to you every time the birds chirp, because they have woke up this morning. They see fit to chirp and tell me, thank you for waking me up this morning. And when you get up, you won't say a thing. He showed them that when he feed them without having any money, it's a worm sitting there waiting for a bird to eat and feed his family. And you sit here with the good Lord giving you the job that you asked for. But you can't even tell him thank you. How many times does he talk to you in a day? And we miss it because we so fleshly that he's speaking to our spirit saying, I got you. I am the author and finisher of your faith. I am your beginning. Yeah. I am your end. I am your alpha. Yeah. I am your omega. Right. I know you seen that bird. I know you see where they even know when to fly south for the winter so they won't be cold. And you have the audacity when you turn on the heat, you don't want to know why you was able to pay for the heat that the good Lord allowed you to pay for.
Yes, Lord.
We sit here and don't even understand because we are human. But he said, I made you in my image. Why not be more like me? I put you here to have dominion, but you scatter everything. I put you here to be able to be a supervisor over what I gave you. You don't own this, but I entrust in you enough to much is given, yes. Much is required.
Yes, Lord.
So how much will I require of you? And you have not done it. You have not taken care of it. But he can put a worm right there for a bird and he feed his whole family like he's supposed to. But we got men out here that got all these babies that can't take care of them. He said, even animals show you how life's supposed to go.
All right.
Let a male dog run up on another male dog talking about humping him. What happens? They gonna start bumping. We get taught, and people are scared to say this, but I'm not talking to the flesh. I'm talking to the spirit. They wouldn't get so mad if they understood that I don't have no hatred for them as a person. I got hatred for the spirit that's inside of them. I speak to the spirit. Yes. I don't speak to flesh.
All right.
When I get up here, I try to spirit by the spirit, yes. And I speak to. That's why I'm able to see stuff, because I don't look at you with natural eyes no more. Right. I can see the good in folks when they're doing evil right now. But I also can see the bad in folks when they swear they're doing good.
All right.
Can you get to the point? A lot of us getting bewitched. Being fooled. Because somebody look good and they just as ugly as they want to be. Said there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. All they do in China, somebody know them. I don't care what you say. Somebody in China know Jesus. Yes. Somebody in Africa know Jesus. Somebody, people in the United States, they know Jesus. Somebody in Mexico know Jesus. Because his name is the same no matter where you go. Yes. So he wouldn't even put it like that unless he wanted everybody to know him.
Yes,
a lot of us have got his name twisted. Verse 4 says, their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them have he set a tabernacle for the sun, which is a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoices as a strong man to run a race. Come out. When we all came out ready for battle? When the last time you came out ready to win?
All right.
He said he came out ready to win.
Yes.
Ready to run this race. Or you Have you been waking up this morning knowing I declare it's going to be a good day? You woke up this morning and say, even with the headache, say, I declare myself healed. Children ain't know, you still able to say, I declare they going to be something.
Amen. Amen.
It don't really even matter what situation they in right now. I know that my spirit man tell me I can speak a thing and it got to come to existence.
Yes, Lord. Thank you, God.
We're going to start thinking about promising us our household again. I'm doing all I know how to do to live this life. Some got to shake here. I'm doing all I know to do to hold on to my Savior. Yes. Some got to shake here.
Yes, Lord.
I'm doing all I know how to do to live holy. Some got to shake here.
Yes, Lord.
You can control me, and I know you can control me.
Come on now.
I was made in your image. He didn't make that in his image. He made you in his image. Let him control you.
Thank you.
Because even in controlling you, get what you do? It still give you free will.
Yeah.
To let him control you.
All right.
Because once you say, you know what, I don't have to, but I see it's a better life for you to do it, he'll start showering you with blessings. So I give you hope that you won't have room enough to receive. You wonder why you still got room because you ain't in the right spirit yet. You wonder why you waiting on your breakthrough because you ain't yield yet. Their line is going out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them have he set a tabernacle for the sun, which is a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoices as a strong man to run a race. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it. And there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. Nothing hid. See, because I just told you I'm not here to talk to the natural eye and what it sees. I'm here to talk to somebody who they think they get over on somebody, but I see what they really about. I'm here to talk to folk that they've been trying to get over on you, but you're starting to see who they really are for real. I want to talk to the people that finally able to see folk for who they are, not with natural eyes, but through spirituality, able to see, I know who in my corner and I know who not. No matter how much you tell me you are, actions speak louder than words. I'm saying you cry, Lord, but your heart is far from you. So it's folks been talking Jesus all day, but ain't got nothing about them Jesus like. Ain't nothing about them Christ like, but they Lord calling his name. You Lord talking about him. You Lord coming to where he at. Not understanding that he's supposed to be in you. Not able to really understand that you are the walking church, but you still trying to run here thinking that you can run to him. Not understanding where you are in life, not understanding that you're the living sacrifice that he's trying to live in. We can work with you all day, but if your heart ain't right, we can work with you all day, but if your spirit ain't willing, what are we doing? Just wasting breath. Verse 7 says, the law of the Lord. The law of who? The Lord. The law of who?
The Lord.
The Lord. We got to know who to abide in. We got to know who to listen to. We got to know who to trust. Because a lot of times we put our trust in these folk and they ain't worth 15 cents. We put trust in folk and the whole time they got an ulterior motive. You was able to be helped by folk and their hand ain't out. Or they ain't got their hand on your shoulder rubbing it after they help you. They ain't looking for stuff in return. But I know a man that'll just help you because he's willing to help you. And then I got people that follow him called disciples that's willing to help you. It don't even matter if you do nothing. You don't even got to tell them thank you because you done already got your reward from Christ. A lot of folks do something to look for something back. Lord say, let's start doing stuff knowing that you're doing it out of the goodness of your heart. The law of the Lord is perfect. So if he's perfect and he put you on this earth and you're supposed to be Christ-like, what are you supposed to be striving to be? Perfect. Hey, I just can't stop doing this. Have you tried? I just can't stop doing that. Have you really tried? Have you sacrificed enough to say, I'm going to give this up, but something else got to import inside of me? Because a lot of people, they clean their house up, but nothing is coming there to fill it. So what is happening is that spirit that you cleaned out is trying to come back because he thinks it's his home.
All right.
You better start putting something inside of them because what happens is you fighting the same demons God already healed you from. He said the law of the Lord is perfect. What does it do? Convert. Say, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Be converted. And then he don't say nothing about converting your natural man. You know what he say convert? Your soul is working inside out right now for you. Watch how he fix your heart first. Everything else gonna fall in line once he fix that heart first. Once he fix that spirit first. Okay. No, you can't start smoking because he haven't watched you to want to make you stop. No, you can't stop lying because he hasn't watched that out for you to stop lying. No, you can't stop doing this now because he hasn't got in your soul first. And you start working and you start applying it to your life. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure. Hold on. When folks get saved in church, this is why they used to do this back then. This is why they do this back in the day. Once somebody gets saved, they ask somebody after the service, they ask you, they say, does anybody have anything to say? Any more testimonies? The person that just received that Spirit of God inside of them, they get up and say, I received the Holy Ghost. The reason why is you have to say it out your own mouth. You're telling the devil, hey, you don't have me no more.
Yes.
Start telling them, say, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So even when you feel bad, say you feel good.
Yes.
Even when you're in a bad situation, tell your situation it gotta get better.
Yes.
Thank you, God.
I'm waiting on it to get. Speak to your life. Speak to your situation. This is why you gotta get it in here first. Because once you get it in here, your mindset say, ain't no way I can stay down with all this bubbling.
All right.
How can you stay down with all this joy inside of you? How can you be in disarray with all this peace inside of you?
All right.
How can you not be healed with all this healing inside of you?
Yes, Lord.
How can you be bound when the yokes of abundance has already been broken through your spirit.
Thank you, Jesus.
You can't. Ain't no way this can happen. Somebody need to check their spirit. Somebody need to check their walk. Because there's no way that situations can control you because he made you control over it. You have dominion. Then he say, once the Holy Ghost has come upon you,
Yes.
you shall receive power over every unclean spirit. Why nobody ain't trying to get it? You mean to tell me I got dominion over everything if I get the Spirit of God inside of me? Yeah, because he got it under his feet.
Yes, Lord.
So if he got it under his feet, I get him inside of me.
I got it.
I got it under my.
Yes. Yes.
The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. The simplest thing becomes so profound. In this, you waking up this morning will make you want to throw your hands up over here. You just being able to walk on your 2 feet, your legs working, starting to make it feel better over here. You being able to clap your hands, it makes it feel worthwhile over here.
Yes, Lord.
You just being able to have a job, I know you don't really like it, but you got one, it makes it feel better over here.
All right.
Yes.
Just because you know somebody got a job. Somebody got money to take care of the bills.
All right.
Somebody that wanted to have a child couldn't have a child. Why you always mad at church?
Yes. Come on, Jesus.
Somebody ain't got one.
Thank you, Lord.
The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure. That's why I want to listen to him. That's why I want to abide in him. Because other folks' commandments are tainted. The way other folks want you to live their holy life is tainted. The other way other folks say how to be saved is tainted. So I must go strictly with the instructions of my Father which is in heaven, because I want to make sure that I'm living this right. Because if I take your advice, I may do my life dead wrong. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. How you still asleep? How you still running into stuff?
Right.
And you folks talk about woke. He said, I enlighten the eyes.
Yes, Lord.
I'm woke too. My eyes are enlightened on how to live this life. I don't go with every blowing wind and blowing doctrine everybody else say, because I stick to the book.
Yes, Lord.
We don't do denominations because I stick to the book.
Yes, Lord.
I don't have to listen to everything because I stick to the book. I don't let you bound me with your religion because I stick to the book.
Yes, Lord.
Now my instruction right here. I'm just as free as I want to be.
All right.
You can't tell me how to live this. Let you live it. And I try to spirit by the spirit. So if you tell me the truth, some in me ought to jump.
Yes.
Some in me ought to say they telling the truth.
All right.
But then when they lie, some in you ought to say, don't eat that.
Yes.
I can smell certain stuff and say, I don't want to taste that. I can look at how it's cooked and say, I don't want to eat that. I can say it on the plate and say, I must push that to the side and eat that because it ain't in here. So they can put some on my plate that they just want to slide over there knowing I'm supposed to eat that. I'm allergic to faith. I'm allergic to fake doctrine. I'm allergic to fake prophets. I'm allergic to fake teaching. You got to give me this straight and uncut. Stop trying to add stuff and take away from stuff. He say don't add and don't take away. Stop trying to put extra stuff and you know that ain't in there.
All right.
Stop trying to take away stuff because you don't feel like abiding by that. said the fear of the Lord is clean. You want to be cleaned up, start fearing what he said. Don't be fearing what your cousin say. Don't fear what your mama say. Don't fear what your daddy say. Your friend say. Fear what he say. You'll start, man, I'll tell y'all something. You'll start serving the pastor before you know it. You won't even know you're serving the pastor. You just all of a sudden, I gotta call my pastor about this. He just preached it. Just preached it. Sometimes we bypassing Jesus to go to the pastor when the pastor should be teaching you how to. Well, you say Jesus on the main line.
Yes, Lord.
I'm clicking over so much. I'm trying to put somebody else on three-way, four-way, eight-way. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man can come to the Father but by me. And you're looking for other folks to teach. That's why if you ain't teaching the word, you can't teach me. It's key words in this, I believe, or I think, where I would. And it's what you do. You tune right in when they say it. Or you get mad when somebody say, let me get back with you because I need to research the scripture. Now you all upset. You don't know it right off. Everybody don't know everything right off. Golly. You ain't know it either. But you asking me. And you don't get mad because I want to ask Jesus. I'm teaching you something without even teaching you something. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgment of the Lord are true and righteous. All together is true and righteous.
Yes.
More to be desired. Wait, hold on. It's telling you it's easier to get, it's easier to be changed if you desire to be changed.
Yes.
You gotta want this. You gotta desire this. You can take it for that food when you want it. Do you have an inquired taste for Jesus? Are you a Jesus connoisseur? Is it something else about Jesus you just gotta have? You don't got this part of Jesus yet. I need to go to the fruits of the Spirit because it's fruit. No, y'all don't like eating fruit. But get to the point where you want to eat every kind of fruit. You know, in the natural, there's certain fruits I ain't about to try. But I can't use my naturalness to get spiritually fed. So every fruit that the Lord put on my table, I got to eat. I can't naturally say, I don't want this. I have to spiritually eat it if I have to, I used to cover your nose up and then eat it. Maybe it don't taste it. Gotta eat it regardless. So clog your nose up and eat it. Whatever you gotta do is eat this word. We gotta eat. Just because it ain't good, tell you don't mean it ain't good for you.
That's right. Amen.
More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold. Hold on. You said, hold on. It's better than gold. Well, what about better gold? It's better than that better gold too. Because it gets to the point where you got to make sure you understand that it's levels to life. Sometimes a lot of stuff go before God and don't have no business going. Sweeter. You know, the folks always saying that type of stuff. I'm showing y'all right where it's at tonight. Oh, but we saying sweeter than honeycomb. What is they talking about? Scripture.
All right.
Is in here. Sweeter than honeycomb. They just be making stuff. No, they ain't made this up. You might have made something else up, but they didn't make this up. So, wait a minute. It's in a holiday. So he been knew about the honeycomb. He been telling you how sweet he was. Before you even knew what a honeycomb was, before you knew what honey was, it was already written for you to understand. I'm sweeter than that. Tell me God don't know everything.
Everything. Amen.
Sweeter also than honey and the honeycomb.
Honeycomb.
Moreover, by them is thy servant warned. Warning what? Do what? Coming for instruction. And in keeping of them, there is great reward. And we like, don't we all like to look for stuff? We all want reward. We all want what we supposed to have. He said, just abide in me. And my word abide in you. Hear what he said you can do. You can ask what you will. Who can understand his errors? Cleanse thou me from secret faults. Hold on. Cleanse me from secret faults. These are the faults that don't nobody else know about. Secret faults. All that stuff that you think about but don't do. All that stuff that you say and don't say it out loud.
That's me.
All that stuff that changes your facial expressions.
That's me.
All that stuff. All that stuff that make you bite your lips in your mind. But then you act like you ain't finna say that. You say something different. So the man, thank you.
So is he. Come on. That's right.
So secret stuff.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to talk to the folk that you say you are. I want to talk to the person that's deep down in you.
Come on.
I'm talking to the deep down in you folk today. I ain't talking to I'm talking to the ones that's hidden in your spirit.
Yes, yes.
I'm trying to get some stuff out of you because I want to get to the stuff that I see run by
Yes.
and try to hide behind. And you say, hey, I see you there. I want to get to the stuff that don't everybody see. I want to get to the stuff that you trick folks with. I want to get to the stuff that you hide behind with the goodness of you, but in the back of your mind, you know you want something back. I want to get to that person. I want to get to that spirit that thinking about lying on somebody. I want to get to that person who thought about doing something wrong. I want to get to that person. So is a man. Thank you.
Yes. So is he.
So is he.
That's right.
I don't want to talk to tonight. I don't want to talk to y'all who sit there and look churchy.
All right.
Tired of talking to y'all.
All right. All right.
I need to get to that inner person tonight.
Yes.
I'm trying to get to that person who, when you got here, before you got here, I didn't really want to come tonight.
Come on. Come on now.
I want to talk. I want to get to the point where you stop saying I might not come to. I want to get to that person. I want to get to the one who always decide who they want to live right instead of just living right.
Yes.
That's who I want to talk to tonight.
All right.
I want to talk to the ones who just, I don't want to talk to you I want to make it where you cast that thing down right before you about to think you cast it down.
Come on now, Jesus.
The first word come out, you say, no, that ain't the way to think about that situation. That's what I want to talk to tonight. Because once you get him or her under control,
All right.
you will see your life blossom because you have gotten that person under control. So the man thinking, so the evil. Who can understand his errors? Who can understand your errors? Cleanse thou me from secret faults. Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. That's these people that don't have no limits to their sin. They'll go to limit to bewitch you or control you or make things be the way they want it to be. That's what them folks who able to do this to you, able to hit you and then say it was your fault. That's for them type of folk. They don't have no limits that they take to con you. I want to talk to them folk tonight. That's what I want to talk to them. Tired of talking to the folk that's just sitting here. We got to start getting a little deeper. Let's get to the core of who you are.
Amen.
Lord say, I see who you portraying to be. It's time out for betraying folk. See, I just got rid of Halloween and you think about it. I'm getting rid of you portraying to be somebody that you're not. It don't take Halloween for folk to betray other folk. Somebody portraying to be a saint and they a sinner. Somebody portraying to be a loving person and they got all hatred inside of them. Somebody portraying to be a good mama and they ain't worth 15 cents. Somebody portraying to be a good daddy and they ain't worth 15 cents. They just do it for the book. They just do it for the gram. But they can't do nothing for real.
Do it for the book.
That's what I want to talk to tonight. I want to talk to them folks who ain't sacrificing nothing. But in certain situations, they act like they sacrificing everything. I want to talk to them folks with the secret faults. Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. Wait a minute, you're supposed to have dominion over all things. He sent you here with dominion over all things because he had dominion over all things, and he sent you here to be like him.
Yes, Lord.
Then shall I be upright. When I get rid of all that, then I'm upright. And I shall be innocent. A lot of folks just sitting here just as guilty as they want to be. Me included. Don't ever think that I'm teaching just to y'all. I think about stuff I ain't got no business to think about it.
Me too.
God saying, fix it.
All right.
He said, I'm giving you a chance to fix it.
Yes.
I don't know about y'all, but my God good.
Yes.
Because for him to give me a message to say,
Lord.
I'm giving you a chance to fix it, that's grace and mercy.
Yes. Thank you, Jesus.
But every time I talk about grace and mercy, get what he say? How long will grace abound?
Jesus.
Every time I say something about grace and mercy, he always let me understand how long will it abound. How long you gonna aggravate grace? Then shall I be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression. Then, hey, everybody know this. They say this after church. They say this. We're about to leave church.
Yes.
But y'all never knew why they said that, did you?
Meditation.
After he tell you all this now, after he explain to you all this, he give you a benediction.
All right.
So everybody know benedictions, but they don't know what a starting point is. They don't know what a middle is. But they always know how to run out of it. They always can find their way how to end the service.
All right.
When you gonna learn how to start the service? When you gonna learn how to stay in the service? I ain't talking about just in these four walls. You're supposed to be still in God while you at work.
Yes, Lord. All right. Come on.
While you in the stove.
Yes. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
While you in tour with somebody.
Yes,
Because
Lord.
guess what? They ought to be in tour by themselves. You got to learn how to handle folk. We can do the benediction y'all want to. Y'all want to do the benediction? We can do it. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart.
Be accepted.
But I really is saying.
Uh-huh.
He said, let the words of my mouth
Yes,
In
Lord.
meditation.
in the middle. That means not only what I'm saying, because all the time you just saying this just to get out of church. But you're still supposed to be meditating
Yes.
on him after you get finished with them. A lot of folks can say this,
Uh-huh.
but what about your meditation?
All right.
I told I'm talking to your spirit man. I'm talking to that stuff that like to hide from me.
Jesus.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not hiding from me. I see it. I see you wrong. I see you not really want to talk to me for real. I see you when you're in a bad situation or I done hit you. I see it. Just pray for you. You know how much I love you.
Right.
How far can you run from this though? How far can you run from me though? He say, by love and kindness have I drawn thee.
Yes, Lord.
Haven't I shown you love?
Yes, Lord.
Haven't I been there when you called me? Haven't I prayed with you about situations? Haven't I showed you the utmost respect even when you feel like you shouldn't get it? I do this, man. I ain't talking about no. But I know I do this though. I know I'm here for you. God say, I know I'm here for you. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable. Y'all need to be saying this. Everything that you do gotta be acceptable. When somebody got on your nerve, you better do what's acceptable. Oh, okay. In thy sight, where his eyes at?
All over, to and forth in the world, in the earth. Sure is.
Surveying the good and the evil.
That's right.
So what was it? What was acceptable today? What was you meditating about today? I'm talking to the inner man
All
today.
right. All right. Come on.
Then you have the nerve to say, "Oh Lord, my strength and my redeemer." When you were meditating
All right.
on what you were meditating on, was he your strength and was he your redeemer, or did you handle it yourself, man? Anybody got anything they want to add? I'm done. I'm done.